Welcome to Modern Musings, conversations with the maiden, mother, and crone, where we look at ourselves and the world through the lens of the 21st century. Hi there, welcome back. This is Kristen Hessler, and I'm with Amber Garvin and Cindy Murray.
Hey, how's it going?
Hello. Hey, today we wanted to pop in and talk to you guys about relaxing videos. Earlier we had mentioned last week about YouTube videos, but there's also other places where you might watch relaxing videos, and we just kind of wanted to chat about that today. There's a lot of stress in the world, and every once in a while you just need to stop and take a moment to relax, and sometimes it's something as silly as a YouTube video or even a guided meditation on YouTube. So we're just kind of talking about
music,
some of those things. Mm-hmm. And so I was going to start off with two things that I really have found that I really liked. There's an app called Insight Timer that I wanted to tell you guys about because I hadn't got a chance to tell you about it. It's actually a meditation app, and there's all different kinds of meditation. There's yoga, there's positive affirmations, speeches, and on the app, the reason why it's called Insight Timer is because everything is based on a number of time. You got 5 minutes to meditate, you got 25 minutes, you have an hour, or you can set a timer and you can actually customize the meditation to what you like to meditate to, or if you just wanted peace and quiet time. So the one that I really like is where you can set intervals. So when I do like my miracle morning, there's like a piece where you do meditation and then you do some affirmations. And so I set it to have like a little gong go off when it's time for the next phase, so that I don't have to like keep looking at the clock while I'm meditating, because sometimes, when you're trying to squeeze in a meditation or a quiet moment of relaxation, it's really hard to actually relax when you're worried about taking up too much time. So a lot of times, like on my work break, I'll take my 10-minute break and I just want some peace and quiet to kind of dim the noise around me. And so I like it because I can set a timer, so I know that I can relax with peace of mind, knowing that I'm not going to sit there for too long and get in trouble with work or something. Is there any things that you guys like to do that keeps you, give you some peace of mind that's on your social media platforms?
Oh, well, I was just sitting here thinking, because you were talking about the timing and relaxing, and I actually do those types of things in my classroom as well. Is I will get on YouTube and I will play. There are these channels called lo-fi hip-hop or chill rock, and I will play those whenever the kids are just having like a working hour or a working 10-15 minutes, and I'll play that. Now, closer to any holiday, I'll do like a lo-fi chill hop holiday, and I think around Halloween I did Halloween movie music, background sounds, which really kind of chilled them out, because the kids love those type of YouTube videos, and I can put it on the big screen, and they usually have some kind of really cool colors that if the kid is just kind of needing that extra sensory sound to work on a test or do some writing.
Getting that creative mind.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Mm-hmm. And there are definitely lots of videos on YouTube that you can find for studying and giving yourself creativity. And of course, I also like to go on YouTube and listen to whole albums of my favorite band, May, and just play that in the background on my computer.
I like YouTube. There's a lot of videos where you'll have like a couple of my favorites, 11 hours of calming seas. Yeah. So the nature sounds are the ones when I just want to concentrate on a project, or I need to zen out a little bit or whatever. That's the kind of stuff I like. The ocean waves is a really good one for me, because I just love being on the beach or whatever. And another one is autumn rain on window ambiance. And so it's like you can hear somebody light a candle, and there's the rain's hitting the window, and somebody's brewing a little cup of tea, and it's just a quiet, like you're sitting in a cabin for the afternoon, and it's just gently raining outside, because that's always really relaxing and makes me want to sleep.
That one almost kind of bridges into that ASMR. If you guys haven't heard of what ASMR is, the definition is kind of vague, and it kind of bounces around on different platforms where you look for the definition. But basically, I call them artists. These ASMR artists, they have their little YouTube channels, and they use these high def microphones to record sounds that some people find really soothing. Like for you, that pouring the water into the teacup sounds soothing to you because it reminds you of something soothing. Yeah. The one that just gets me is the hair brushing, because I absolutely love to have my hair brushed. I love the feeling, the sound it makes when you hear it. It just makes my head tingle. And that's basically what ASMR is that body tingle feelings that you get when you hear that sound that makes you feel comfortable.
A sensory response.
It is.
Like an autonomous sensory response.
Yes. And so even just talking about my hair being brushed makes my arms chill, because I love it so much. And those are the ones that I enjoy the most. They'll have the YouTube creator will actually have like a mannequin head there, and the microphone is really close, and they'll use their hairbrushes to brush through the tangles on the mannequin's hair. And the microphones are set up in just a way that if you have headphones on, it sounds like they're brushing your hair, because there's left and right channels. And I could just lay there and just disappear. And I always fall asleep whenever I listen to those.
That's the way the rain is for me. When I hear the rain, it reminds me of sitting at home on a rainy day. And, you know, when it's raining, it's kind of the light is kind of that gloomy, darker. And I really just like to sit on my couch and read a book and listen to the rain until I just kind of doze off and take a nap. And so that's what that video reminds me of, is that sound of when it's raining,
that
like
hygge
that
feeling almost.
It is. It's hygge. And that comfy, cozy, crackling fire is another great one. At Christmas time, I think it's Netflix.
The Yule log.
They have the Yule log that crackles, and that one is really fun to put on. You can almost imagine the heat coming off of your TV. You know, even though it's just this flame crackling, but the sounds of it is so realistic, and it's just very comforting sound. And so I like those for like relaxing. If I just want that ambiance, that feeling in the room, and just to kind of chill out. I like that.
If the ambiance or the music isn't for you, so music as in like the lo-fi, because that has usually like a beat. That might make some people have a little bit harder time to relax, because they kind of want to dance to it. A really good one, I'm probably saying this wrong, binaurals, which are
binaurals.
It's like a wave, a sound wave, and there's actually different sound waves that trigger different parts of your brain. And there are a lot of people that say, like, if you listen to this certain one, it might, like open a chakra, or, relax a certain aspect of your mind, or open you up to positive thinking and things like that. Those, even if you don't even believe in any of that or could care less about it, just listening to those are actually really relaxing. And singing bowls are also really nice. Singing bowls have the same science technology behind them, because the bowl itself is tuned to that wave. That sound wave is an actual note. And so when playing those bowls, they resonate and then they ring. So it reverberates in the air, and it lingers. The sound lingers and it continues. So you're absorbing those waves from that sound, whether it's real in the room or it's just in your headphones. They are very relaxing. And there's some videos, like you said, 11 hours of ambiance. There's many of those that are like 11 hours long, where it's just singing bowls. those are really nice to sleep to. Also, if you have a hard time sleeping in like a really quiet place, or trying to rest in like the urban areas where there's like a lot of noise outside, like where we live, we're right down the street from the public train, and we're right down the street from the firehouse. So we hear sirens and the train going by. Like every 30 minutes we hear swooshing down the road. So it's nice sometimes to just kind of drain those things out with some nice sound waves, not necessarily just music, because these are really fluid. It's not a song per se with like a melody and a chorus or anything like that. It's just sound.
Well, and the same goes for white noise. A lot of people have white noise generators that help
them sleep.
Because it covers
white noise videos.
Yes, so that's one that like people like. Yeah,
is a fan. Like I cannot sleep.
You got the old technology. You don't need a YouTube. You have a fan.
I don't need a YouTube
box
video.
fan is the best.
Get like a box fan. There you go. Or, you know, you can actually listen to fan sounds on YouTube.
Oh, I'm sure there are.
Like if you don't have a fan,
maybe that's what I need to go the next time I go to a hotel.
Yeah, next time you go to a hotel and you forget your fan, just put on a sound of a fan YouTube. And my best relaxing way to sleep is the sound of a fan. Preferably not a YouTube fan, like an actual fan, because I like to bury under the covers, and have it completely pitch black in my room, and that is the best way to sleep. Like winter is my favorite because I have fan all year round.
So speaking of sleeping, there's actually a podcast. If you have a hard time sleeping, I have played this for anyone who will listen. It's called Sleep With Me. And I saw it on some forum where someone was talking about like, hey, what do you guys listen to, you know, when you can't sleep? So this guy, he's like Clear Eyes guy, or Ferris Bueller's Day Off, you know, that teacher. I forget his name. But he talks really slow and
he's very
kind
monotone.
of mumbles, and he
Clear Eyes.
Yeah, but he kind of like kind of fumble bumbles while he talks. Like everything is a fumbly bumbly dumbly doobly doo when he talks, but it's really relaxed. Like he just sputters weird random things out, and then he just talks and goes on. And his podcast always has some type of thing that he's talking about in his podcast. Like he's actually broken down a whole Doctor Who episode, and the whole time I'm listening, I'm like, I don't even figure out like where he's talking about Doctor Who here, because he's actually breaking down the episode, but he's just talking about things that aren't important, like the books on the table, or, you know, the pants that one of the characters in the background is wearing. He's not talking about like anything that makes you go, ooh, I want to listen to this. Yeah. So it's totally not intriguing. And that's what makes it funny, is he knows that, and he goes with that, and he loves what he does. He does it every single night. He has a podcast that's like several hours long, and he's just talking, and he talks about weird stuff that just doesn't make sense. Like, don't even try to understand what he's saying. I have tried, and I fail, because 8 minutes into it, I am asleep, and I just sleep right through it. And it'll just keep going, and it'll play all the previous podcasts before, and he just keeps me asleep. So check it out. He's his podcast is called Sleep With Me, and it's kind of like a purpley color with a little guy with headphones on it.
I tried to listen to it, and it drove me crazy.
Yeah, because you were trying to actually listen.
I do.
To it.
Yeah.
You can't actively listen.
My
to it.
favorite thing to do if I'm laying there and I can't sleep is I turn on Instagram, and I go to the Reels, and I follow a lot of accounts like Baby Pups of Instagram and stuff like that, and they're just funny videos that make me laugh, and I will just laugh. If I've had a stressful day and I just can't make my mind calm down, I will just go to those reels and just watch reel after reel after reel, because it's silly and it makes me laugh, and it's different than watching like a sitcom or something, because in a sitcom you have to engage with the story, and you're thinking about the story and understanding what they're watching and stuff. This is just a short, like 20 seconds of your time. There's no plot to understand or anything. You're just watching this puppy do something silly or they're cute or whatever. Yeah. And so I will just lay there and just watch that, and it just until I get sleepy. And I don't know why that is so relaxing to me, but I think it's just because I don't have to think. It's just so mindless. It's really mindless.
Yeah.
Yeah. You don't have to get a witty joke.
You know why? Because it turns off that monkey mind.
Yeah.
The monkey mind, you're focusing on what's on the screen, but you're not like actively thinking about things or trying to think of things.
Yeah.
Raina really likes to watch some YouTube videos where this lady makes miniatures. Her and I are obsessed with tiny
really
things.
Neat. Yeah.
And it's really fun to watch those. Those actually kind of keep me a little bit more active because I'm like, oh my God, I want to see what she's making. Because she makes things that are like the size of your fingernail.
Yeah. I've seen
the
some
mini
of those.
Food videos where they make the mini food.
Tiny kitchen.
Yeah. I also like to watch nail videos, nail tech videos.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Those are very relaxing to me, and it makes me wish that I knew how to do nails.
Painting videos are kind of
Watching people paint. Oh, how many of us fell asleep as kids watching Bob Ross paint? He came on during nap time. It was like 3 o'clock every day. It was nap time. Mm-hmm. It was like his show was the only one in that series of shows in the afternoon that wasn't like for kids. It was like, oh, it's nap time. Time for Bob Ross to come on.
He had that relaxing voice.
Oh
also.
man, he put me to sleep. And I wonder, is he like
talk.
He's like the forerunner of relaxing videos?
Maybe,
I
maybe
think people do watch Bob Ross videos to fall asleep because he's just got that nice little happy voice, happy tree, happy life. Everything is happy.
That kind of has like a good theme going there. Everything that we've mentioned, except for your little horror music, but I could see where that's going there. Those are fun.
It is relaxing.
It is relaxing. Yeah, it's not like
kids.
But yeah, murder sounds. But all of those were all on the high vibes, right?
Yeah.
Every single one of those was something that is good in the earth, joyous, makes you feel good. Obviously, things that are not going to relax you are horror movies, obviously. Action.
High drama.
Screamo.
Yeah, that's definitely not a good music to try to fall asleep to. Tried that, didn't work. Rock and roll, drum and bass, a lot of those, although you may go, man, this is really relaxing, it helps me fall asleep, but it actually like
makes your brain go crazy.
It does. It can make your brain
all those
more
noises.
active. Mm-hmm. So it's definitely something to consider whenever you need to relax for a second. Like, what are you going to do to relax?
Even classical is not necessarily relaxing.
Exactly. Yeah, because like Mozart.
Because we'll have you standing up. Bang on the piano, like, and it gets faster and faster, and then your brain goes faster and faster. Same with violin music. Like, I was going to mention Lindsey Sterling, but then I realized, like, she plays the violin so fast that even if you fall asleep listening to it, your brain is still active because you're listening to
absolutely
fast violin music.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's definitely something to consider too if you like fall asleep with some of these things going. My husband sleeps with his AirPods in, and he will have some YouTube video because he loves watching like real life people's, come hunt with me kind of videos or whatever, fish with me, and he'll fall asleep watching somebody's video, and then it's just like video after video, and I'm just like, what is going on? Like, what is feeding into his brain while he's sleeping? Like,
my dad
it just
used
plays.
To do that
it doesn't
also.
Stop.
Like, my dad would fall asleep to like Clint Eastwood movies, bang bang, guns,
Okay, you just reminded me of something that I did. I had never seen the movie Psycho before. I was probably like 18 years old.
Oh, no.
I had watched a movie on my TV. This was back when I had a VHS, right? I had rented it from Blockbuster. This is how long ago this was.
You're really dating yourself.
Yes. So I watched the movie. I fell asleep before the movie was over. The credits ran.
And
my
you had a
TV
crazy dream.
Rewound the movie, and it cut back onto cable. Because, it just turned back onto cable.
Yeah.
The the movie that was on was Psycho. And while I was sleeping, because I was like lucid, you know, you're in that first stage of sleep where interference still plays a big part in your brain and what it's, you know, doing while you're sleeping. And I remember waking up like, what did I just dream about? Because like the words in the movie were in my dream. You just reminded me of that.
Don't fall asleep to horror movies.
Oh, God.
Action movies. Like my ex-husband used to play like Avengers Endgame, you know, before going to bed. So I would have crazy dreams before I'd go to work the next day because there were Marvel movies playing.
Superheroes
Robot
flying around.
Chicken, Adult Swim, you know, what is that one with the rock and roll Megalopolis? No, something.
Oh my God.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
We'll figure this out.
Metalocalypse.
Metalocalypse.
Oh my God.
Yes.
It's like metal and apocalypse in
yes.
one word.
But all those kind of things, you know, that's what my husband would watch before he went to bed. And I'm like, I can't sleep if you have that on while I'm trying to go to bed.
Well, and they say now, like, you shouldn't use your phone or any type of tablet or electronics,
when you're laying
TV
down
when you're getting ready to go to bed. They say like a whole hour you need to unplug, which is really hard because I have found that when I have the Kindle, I read so much more. But I hope I'm helping myself because I turned it to like the black screen with the white words instead of a white screen. So I'm still like got the
dark mode.
I do. I still have my face planted into like technology.
But you're reading a book instead
of watching something.
Video.
And they do say that reading, your eyes are tracking back and forth while you read versus watching a movie.
They're tracking all over the place.
Different optical stimulus. Thank you. That's going on in your brain because of what you're looking at. So TV is actually the worst thing you can do before bed because of things moving.
In addition to the blue light. Yes. Yeah.
I know, definitely will give you... I know I have chronic migraines, so I cannot watch TV before bed because I'll just wake up with a headache.
I just like to read before bed. That's my favorite. And I will read until I start to nod off. And that works. But
yeah, that's what I've been doing lately. I was playing a video game on my phone for a while, but then I would fall asleep while I was playing my game, and it was actually like messing up my game. So
you know, you were losing.
I was losing. Like I would forget to do something.
I thought you were going to say something like you dropped the phone on your face while you were trying to sleep.
She's done that
Have you
too.
ever dropped the tablet on your face while you're trying to sleep? It makes a big smacking sound, and it hurts.
It reminds me of that meme of like that smashed in baby, and it says when you lay in bed and you're looking at your phone and it's like a smashed in baby because you dropped the phone on your face and the phone is so heavy. But yeah, I don't know if I've ever dropped my tablet on my face, but
I dropped my tablet on my husband's face. This was like maybe 3 weeks ago. We were laying in bed and I actually like the tablet's kind of heavy, so I have a pillow, like this little pillow that I prop my elbow on, and I hold it with my right hand.
Yeah.
And I sleep on the left side of the bed. So he always wants to put his head in the middle of the bed really close to me.
Oops.
I accidentally dropped it on his
Oh, no.
He woke up and he was like, what's going on? And I was like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. Because it was like 4 o'clock in the morning, too. It wasn't even like bedtime. It was like in the middle of the night.
Oh,
I woke him
God.
up.
He was probably fixing to get ready to get up, right?
Oh, no.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, we obviously have
gotten way off track.
But it was fun. It was fun. So, if you guys have any other videos that you guys would like to recommend to us from YouTube or anywhere else that you might find some relaxing, stimulating videos on the internet, send them our way. We'd love to see like what you guys like to relax on. I will have some posts, some links on my blog, and I believe Cindy also has some coming up next week as well.
Yes, I do.
Yeah, and
this
tell
week,
us what your favorite ASMR is also.
Oh, yeah, you need to share that for sure.
I would actually like to revisit the ASMR. I would like to know what you guys think about it. Have you actually like sat down and watched an ASMR video? And there's different types. Like there's role playing, and then there's just like hair brushing, and then there's weird sound like this. Maybe we could come back and talk about that some more on the Facebook channel. That would be a
fascinating discussion.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of a new topic for me, but it's very interesting.
It is. It really is. It's a whole new thing on the internet.
Yeah, it's a fairly new thing. Like a few years ago, you never even heard of it.
So you can find us on the web at modernmusings.net. That's our blog website, all in one. And we hope you'll go over there. And then we also have our Facebook group, Modern Musing MMC, I believe is what it is.
MMC chat.
And the MMC chat. The group is linked on our Facebook page. And you can get all those links off our website and
modernmusings.net.
Now, we'd like to, again, thank Red Door Studios, Creative Audio Tech, and Rimshot Graphics for our graphics.
So we're trying not to laugh here.
I know.
And coughing. She's sucking on a cough drop.
I have to put a cough drop in because when I start laughing, I just get that little tickle in my throat. So we want to thank those guys. They have been so helpful with the gear, the logos and graphics.
Our
music. So we really appreciate them. So we want to thank them every time because they're a part of this every time. They're here in spirit with us.
All right. Well, that's it for this week. Next week, we are talking bargain shopping. And I think we touched on a little bit of this last week in our Eating Healthy on a Budget. But this is going to be fun.
We're going to talk a little bit more about bargain shopping, especially my clothes addiction.
Oh. All right. We'll see you next time.
You were really trying.
I was really trying to say something else. And one of these days we will figure out what to say.
One of these days we'll do it.
And we're becoming like that. No time for Matt Damon on the Jimmy Kimmel Show or whatever.
Sorry, Matt Damon. No time for you this time.
Yeah. Although didn't we just have a discussion about celebrity hall passes? Was he one of them?
No, not one of ours. But I think back when I was like 18, he was
okay.
Anyway,
and there we digress again. Y'all have a great week. We'll be back next week with a great new discussion on bargain shopping. And
bye.
Bye.
Bye.